Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Degen Z podcast, episode 18. My name is Dustin.
Hi, Dustin.
My name is Jackson.
My name is Daveson.
I'm Matson.
I'm Rob.
Son.
Son.
I'm Robson.
Meet the Robinsons.
Meet the Robinsons.
and,
Rob's
Yeah.
in jail. Sorry, that was really
He
bad.
is.
Jackson Hole.
Ooh,
What?
what?
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. The holidays just happened, guys. Yay!
Yay.
Some of us had a
Is
long
that what
break.
happened?
Yeah, not
Mhm.
for Jackson, though.
Yeah, apparently not.
Hey, trying to say something?
Nah, he just went through a time. He just went through a time portal and came out after New Year's.
Yeah, everything's the same.
Bro, I didn't see you guys since last year.
Whoa.
What?
I hate that so much.
Yuck. Yeah, so how was your holidays, guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah, any
Mine was
notable-
awesome, except I got sick, but it was still awesome.
Why was yours awesome except you got sick?
Well, my
Yeah,
family throws a
believe.
New Year's party every year,
Oh, yeah.
and we gamble a lot,
We
and it's really fun.
I forgot about that, yeah.
So, we threw a New Year's party this year with pretty much every person in town that we know. They all
town?
well, every person that, like all my relatives came in from Minnesota, all the people in the neighborhood that we know, in Maitland, we don't know that many people. It was like 30 people, but. It was family. It was friends. It was a really fun New Year's. We gambled a lot. That's what my family does. If you walk into our house without at least $10 of cash on you, you're getting sent home to get cash and come back.
Do you take
Oh, man,
Venmo?
I gotta drive a 3-hour drive again.
I don't
do
think
not
your
take
family ever
Venmo.
tried to get us to gamble while we were there. At least
Well,
not at the time we
it's-
were all there.
It's not something that I've decided to do with my friends because I feel like my friends don't typically travel as far as they do because I mean my friends aren't typically close by like you guys. So
Yeah.
the only person that I typically gamble with is Goldberg because he lives in the area.
Fitting name.
But I don't expect you guys to like come to the house with cash because you guys live so far.
Fair
But
play.
if you want to, next time you come down, we will gamble. I have some games. They're pretty fun. But yeah, we played a few different gambling games like left, right, center or LCR. Very fun game. I love that game.
Wouldn't that be LRC?
Well, we call it LCR because it's better. It should be left, center, right. I don't know who called it left, right, center, but they're fucking wrong.
I mean, it could be both.
Average
can't.
right center
it's
left enjoyer versus
Left
left
to
center
right.
enjoyer.
Left, center, right. Okay,
No,
you don't
man.
go
Which-
left, then right, then center. That's stupid.
It's just the
Yes,
meme.
you do,
with-
because you
with-
don't want it to go into the center. So you do it last.
That's some bullshit. Okay, that's some bullshit.
I'm just
Anyway,
imagining the meme.
We played LCR with
Grips and
fucking
bloods.
30 people.
LRC.
Okay, that was crazy. Cause you guys know at our house we have that giant counter,
Yeah.
right? And right when you walk in, there's that giant counter.
So like 30 people gathered
30
around
people
that.
just around that whole counter.
Oh, God
And we're just
damn.
rolling dice. It's
Like-
a blast.
Like Matt has a large like countertop space island area in his kitchen, and like it comfortably like was able to accommodate. How many were we when we were there?
We were like,
Like-
I mean,
About 10.
Like 10.
We had like 10 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it like comfortably like did 10 of us, but like 30. That
I mean,
Yeah.
it comfortably fit 10 of you guys on one side of the counter. Okay.
30 was
Mm.
like
It's
would be
it's
like
a pretty
cozy.
big counter.
That's true.
30 is cozy.
It is
And
a
we-
very fun time.
We, I think, got pretty spread out as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we
We got
had some
pretty
of us at
spaced
the
out,
counter,
so
some of us at the
I could kind of see
dining
it fitting
table.
30.
Some
I
of
just
us
can't
passed out
imagine
from
30
drinking
people
on the
being in one in one
It
room
was
in somebody's
it was
house.
it was fucking crazy, dude. We're just sitting there rolling dice, passing the dollars because we play with, yeah, Jackson. If you've played left, right, center LCR before, you typically play with chips. We don't
Yeah.
do that bullshit. We put
Mhm.
$3 on the table,
Oh
okay?
yeah.
And you're passing the dollars away from yourself or in the middle. And
Yeah.
every time center is rolled where you have to give it to the middle or whatever, my dad's friend is so funny. He always goes, "The tax man comes to collect." Oh baby.
Did someone be ring the dingster?
And
Does it
we
get
just,
loud?
oh, it gets so loud. I screamed my ass off every time I rolled away from myself. It was awesome. So I lost my voice the next day pretty easily because I got crazy. Like, I don't yell very much. Y'all know that. I don't like yell that often at all unless I'm playing FPS shooters. The only other time I yell is when I lose all my dollars in LCR. Okay?
Or when you lose your dollars in Genshin Impact?
Yes, that's fair. No, I don't really yell. I just say fuck. But
Fuck. Oh, you go.
regardless,
Yeah, that.
it was a blast. I won about $40 that night, which was pretty
Like you
sick.
were up $40. How much did you put in?
I was
10?
probably up 30.
Like
I
the
think I
V?
put in 9.
Oh no.
Mm.
Actually, no. I guess I put in. I'm probably up $20 because I forgot I bet $10 on the football thing and didn't win anything.
Mm.
So we also had a football board, which is really fun. Pretty much you buy squares on a board. There's 100 squares, and they each represent a number 0 through 9. On the top, going down, each column represents 0 through 9. Each row represents 0 through 9, and pretty much the score of the game, you just take the final number in both teams' score. So let's say it's 9-3. You take 9-3. If it's 19-13, you take 9-3. Okay, same shit. So you have one side for one team, one side for the other team, and then you just find out whose square wins in every quarter, and there's a pot that they win. My sister won $150. That was wild.
Sheesh.
Easy.
Yep. Oh, and I had probably one of the greatest predictions of my life because I don't know how I predicted that would happen. It was wild. So I walked up to my aunt's boyfriend, and he was literally like, I just looked at the board like a second ago, and I believe it was the Packers just got a touchdown because it was for the Vikings Packers game,
Mm.
and uh, I walked up to him and I'm like, if they miss this extra point, you win the quarter. And he's like, yeah, but they're not going to miss the extra point. Not even 2 seconds later, they miss the extra point.
Bruh.
Like, pro teams don't miss extra points very often. That was crazy.
Did the
And he
Vikings
won the
miss or
quarter.
did the Packers miss?
I believe it was the Packers scored a touchdown and then missed the extra point.
Oof.
I don't want to believe it was the Vikings because I'm a Vikings fan and I don't remember.
You're a Vikings fan?
Yeah, my family lives in Minnesota, so
Nice.
those are the games I go to typically.
Yeah.
But yeah, we watched football, we played games, we went in the hot tub. We did not shoot off fireworks because nobody brought fireworks this year. We had a group of people that typically brought fireworks and they moved away, so that
Oh
it doesn't
no.
happen. Yeah, it's so sad. They literally would go to North Carolina and buy illegal fireworks and then come down here and we'd shoot off like mortars in the driveway. It was great.
Bro, I know
Yeah.
you invited us to come to your New Year's thing earlier, and hearing all this makes me wish I went. I mean, I did always want to
There's
go, but
always
it
next
was
year. It's the same. It's
yeah.
the same stuff every year. So if you guys want to, next year we could do the same thing. It's absolutely a blast at the New Year's parties that my
I'm
family
pretty
throws
sure that
every year.
I'm pretty sure our school's schedule for next year has already come out, and we don't need to go back until like the 7th or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, but New Year's is on a freaking
What?
Wednesday or something.
yeah,
New Year's is on a Wednesday
What
next
the
year.
heck?
What do you mean?
Yeah, because they're gonna get a whole extra week off because New Year's is on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so I mean, the whole reason that I didn't want to go this time was just because we started school the day after New Year's Day, which sucks.
Yeah, that was not fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Oh, you have to
I
fly,
wish you
right?
guys
Didn't
had been
you?
there because it's a blast. It's so much fun.
Yeah, Dave had a fly.
Um,
I took the train, but it was like early train.
Dust, can you speak
Oh
up?
yeah.
Dave had a fly, but I had to take the train.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Dust took the train. How was your train experience?
Train was fine. It was funny. I was following on the way back. I was following one of the passengers, like, cause like we happened to be in the same car. I was like walking with him. He was right in front of me the whole time. We got in the same car, and we were like the only ones in there, and we ended up right next to each other in this like because on our ticket we had the seats right next to each other. It's actually kind of funny.
Suspicious.
So did you
Um,
like stay in those seats?
Well, yeah, because it was kind of packed because everyone was traveling, for New Year's.
Mm.
After well, away from New Year's, but yeah, the trains were fine. No problem. Slightly uncomfortable, but it was only like a 2-hour ride, so it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
2 hours from here to Orlando is not bad.
yeah. There's only one stop in, like there's only one stop along the way, and they literally only stop for like 2 minutes, and then they're like pretty much get out or get in, and then we're going. So it's kind of like a
All
subway,
aboard.
and then it's just straight, nonstop, over 100 miles an hour, just going. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so that was fine. The thing was with that was, so I went to Epcot, Disney World for New Year's, which was absolutely fucking packed. I got there at like 11 a.m. Um, by the way, they have that fucking Guardians of the Galaxy ride now.
Uh-huh.
You
They
have to
do?
go on your phone. Yeah, they have a Guardians of the Galaxy ride. They have an online queue now, which makes me feel like I'm in an
Ew.
What?
that I'm in an
What?
MMO raid or whatever, in like a queue duty finder. So you had to fucking use a duty finder pretty much to get like put in a group, and then on top of that, there's another hour wait inside.
Bro, they have LFG in real life
Yeah,
now?
that's
Gross.
what it felt like. I
That's
was like,
so
I'm a
gross. I already
DPS.
don't like that in video
Yeah,
games.
and guess what? You're not even guaranteed a spot, and so it's pretty much like you're fucking trying to pre-order something that's about to get out, like concert tickets. So like me and my parents are sitting there for 15 minutes, and then it refreshes at like the hour. So like it was
It,
about to be 12 or
is it
whatever.
new?
Yeah, it's a new ride.
Okay, then this just
Um,
has to be like a temporary thing because it's
no,
new.
no, no, no.
I
It's
doubt
built
that's
that way.
temporary if they
It's
have
built that
all
way.
that set up.
No, it's built that way because they're trying to transition some of the other rides too to do that.
Oh
Um,
my God.
yeah. So there's an online queue. It's by the hour, and once it opens up, you have to spam like reserve,
That's
and then
so
you're not even
gross.
guaranteed because it's like everyone's fucking pressing it at the same time, and then you have to wait whatever the next queue time is. So we're like, fuck it, since we didn't get it the first time,
That
so we didn't go on
fucking
the ride.
blows.
Because you do that, you're waiting 30 whatever or so minutes, because I don't know, it's hour or 30 minutes, I don't know what it is, and then you have to go in and wait another hour anyway for the line. So it's like, bro. So we just went on. So that was a little
Yikes.
disappointing, and that was the first ride we tried to go on.
Was
But
it
whatever,
good?
I didn't go on it. And then we kept on going, and so I was there from 11 to like 12:30 at night. And it was completely packed. Japan was fucking popping, by the way. That went hard. They had like a fucking light show, and you could see it across the water, like around midnight. But
So you could see like North Korea from where you were?
yeah, pretty much.
That's freaking
But
sick, bro.
it was cool. The fireworks were literally above my head, like right above our heads, like not even probably like only like 100 feet. No, probably a little higher, but it was like really fucking close, like the closest I ever been to fireworks.
Like
But we
the
had to get a
ashes were
spot.
falling on you close.
Like it was close, yeah. Um, and we had a. So what we did is we found a spot like 2.5 hours in advance on like a ledge.
Nice.
And
Hmm.
we sat there for like 2 hours, and I was getting a migraine, so I was like dying. And then finally the fireworks happened, and then we left. and then we had to wake up at 4 in the morning. So we got to the hotel at 1. We had to wake up at like 4 because my sister's flight was at like 6. So, and then my train was at like 6:50. So, yeah.
Damn.
Where you get migraines
You know,
at
I had
inconvenient
a
times.
shitty ride experience at Universal, just like you had a shitty one at Disney, bro. I went on the new Harry Potter ride, the Hagrid ride, like 3 days ago.
I like that one.
We waited like actually 2 hours to get to
Yeah.
the front of the line. We were next in line, and the fire alarm went off.
Yeah, that shit
Bruh.
sucks.
That shit blows. They just
That-
told us to get out.
yeah.
They didn't give us like a queue or anything so we could get in faster when
Yeah.
it reopens. Nah, they just kicked us out, and I would have had to wait another hour and 45 minutes. I said fuck it and went home.
That's
Bro,
stupid.
I have so many stories of that shit happening, and for some reason, every time I fucking go to Disney or Universal, I don't do any research or whatever because my parents buy the tickets or whatever. We always end up going on like a day or within the week of a new ride that opens. So
Ew.
it's always fucking packed. And there's always something that goes wrong. When I was little, I don't know, I was like 12 or something. I went on the Harry Potter ride, the the um the Green Gots one. No, was it the Green
Yeah.
Gots one? No, no.
No, it's
When
the
the
first
original one
one.
opened. When the original one opened. I also have a story about the Green Gots. When the
Wait,
original
wait,
Harry
wait.
Potter
There's
ride.
no way you were there on the day that opened too.
Yeah, I was there for both. Yes. It just
Bro,
and
that
it
was
was
my
just
birthday. I
yeah.
was there on
Oh,
that day because it was
that's
my
so
birthday.
funny. That is so funny.
Da-da.
But that's actually kind of coincidence. But we got there right as the park was opening. We beelined it straight to the ride, and it's a 2.5 hour wait because of course it is, and you're getting fucking pelted by the fans in the fucking greenhouse area, and we go inside, get on it breaks down once while we're in line, but they allow us to stay in line, and then we get in the fucking vehicle. We go, I don't know, about 10 seconds in, and there's like that drop at the start. You know what I'm talking about? It's like
Uh-huh.
a little small drop, and then you
Yep.
go right into like the screens on the wall. Well, we go into the drop, and while we're on that fucking little ass drop, it stops. It breaks down. And we're
Can we
sitting
talk
there for
about
like
how fucking cool that ride is, though? By the way, the screens and everything, how it literally doesn't even feel like you're looking at a screen. It's crazy.
yeah, it's really cool. But it stops. And we're there for an hour. And this is the funny part. I turned to my cousin and I'm like, "Do you dare me to do the middle finger right now?" By the way, we're in complete darkness. You can't see anything. You cannot see anything. Like our eyes adjusted after like whatever 5 minutes, but you literally could not see anything at the start. And I'm like, "Do you dare me to do the middle finger right now?" And he was like, "Yeah, do it, whatever." And it's hard just, and I'm like 12, and I double middle finger up, like fucking like GTA 5, double middle finger, and then after we get back to the hotel, we get a call. It turned out, it turned out that when the ride broke down, because they were doing coverage of the new ride,
Oh no.
there's a camera right there that we did this. So,
Easy.
so my aunt got a call from my grandma, who was watching like the news or whatever, and I was on the news.
I saw little
There's no
Justin
way.
flip me off
My
on
fucking middle
TV.
fingers. Flip it
That's
off,
freaking
and they
crazy,
blurred it
dude.
out, apparently. So my grandma called my aunt while we're like getting ready to go to bed or whatever. And she's like, "What's Dustin on TV flipping off the camera?" And me, my aunt, and my cousin just fucking died.
We have
It
to
was
find this
so
clip.
funny.
We need to
It
find
was
this.
so funny.
Seriously.
Yeah, I was like,
What
look
the
up
fuck?
like,
That's crazy.
yeah, it was.
Bro, you
so
gotta go
funny.
do that again, but we gotta get merch. And then you
Yeah.
do it.
And then the other ride, I mean, similar thing happened. It broke down when I was on it, and all the lights turned on, so you could see like the screens. So that was like whatever, but yeah, that was funny.
Immersion instantly broken.
Mhm.
That Harry Potter ride is one of the coolest rides I've ever been on.
Yeah,
It
they are.
it immortalizes those characters completely in that ride.
Just waited
It
till the reboot.
is crazy.
Yeah, all right. I'm not talking anymore. Someone else talk.
Yeah. What did anybody else do for New Year's?
Or Christmas or Hanukkah.
Oh yeah, I guess we're talking about holidays in general. But yeah,
Jax, what did you
y'all
do?
do for the holidays?
Woke up, played video games, went to sleep. Woke up,
That's what's
played
up.
video games, went to sleep.
Wake up, shit, get out of bed.
That's it.
Rob?
I mean, that sounds like the life.
Motherfucker, you know what I did. I didn't do anything interesting. I basically half of my my holidays I did what Jackson did: wake up, play video games, go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then the other half for one afternoon. Excuse me. I went
He's gone.
okay. I went ice skating for a work event, and then the rest of the time I did training for work, so I could get paid because I
Awesome.
only got paid time off for Christmas and New Year's Day.
Hmm.
And I was like, I'm not doing anything else. I don't know that many people in town. All these assholes here were busy, except Jackson. And I got nothing better. I'm not going home. I got nothing better to do. So I was like, I might as well get paid. So I did a ton of fucking training over the break or over the holiday.
The training arc.
And turns out some of the training I was debating whether or not to do and decided to do might be more worthwhile sooner than I thought. But
Hmm.
we're not going to get into that now because I could go on
Mm-hmm.
for a long time.
I went to Boston over break.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did. I went to
How was
Boston,
Boston?
and it was beautiful, blue, sunny skies. The day before we got there, while I was there, it was shit weather. Um, it was like 40 something degrees the entire time, which was fine. I like that weather, but
I mean, that's pretty nice for up there.
it was like always drizzling or a thick mist slash fog the entire time. It just wasn't pleasant to walk
So it
around
was
in.
40, but it felt like -2.
No, it's not. It's not that it felt cold or anything. It's that it was It felt just like it was cold and wet the entire time. If it was colder, if it was like 10 degrees colder, it would have snowed, but it couldn't even get cold enough for that. So, and my sister really wanted it to snow because she's never seen snowfall before. She's seen snow like on the ground that's fallen already, but by that time it's like gross. So that was disappointing, but like besides that, it was fine. I picked up a lot of manga while I was over there. We were there for 5 days, 4 nights, and within the first 2 days, uh, we had gone to a few different streets and like plazas that had manga stores in there, or stores that sold manga in addition to whatever else they sold. And I picked up like I think 11 or 12 volumes of whatever while I was up there.
Dave was on a spree.
I actually used like gift cards and stuff that were gifted to me. I I usually just when I get gift cards, I put them in a drawer or in my wallet and I forget they're there. And then one day when I'm like cleaning out my wallet or my drawer, I'm like, "Huh, I'm gonna go use this." But this time I actually used them like relatively soon after I was gifted them. Um,
Feel that I had a gift card from like last Christmas for $100. I just found.
yeah, it's a pleasant thing to just find in your drawer, but also like I wish I didn't just forget about this.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a fiasco on the flight back, and a few of these guys will tell you that I was just not having a good time at the airport in Boston on the way back because we got on the plane and they were like, the cooling system isn't communicating or isn't reaching the engine, so the engines can't turn on. So y'all need to deplane, and we'll find you another plane. Yeah.
Yikes, dude.
So we deplaned and we got on the other plane, and that was
My
fine.
plane.
And then when we landed in Florida, they put our luggage on the wrong carousel from what they had told us it was going to be at. And so we were waiting at our carousel for almost an hour, like 50 minutes maybe, watching these bags go around and around while our own bags were going around and around on a different carousel, but no one told us that.
So like the whole plane was just chilling over there, or all the people on the plane were chilling
Yeah,
at the log one.
yeah. I mean, we knew that something was up when some people were like checking their phone and then walking another direction, and then we noticed that some people were doing exactly the same thing, which like that's fine, but if you have information like that, why not tell fucking
Yeah,
everyone
share the
else?
info,
Yeah.
please.
Like, oh, if you're on the Boston flight, I think I saw you on my flight. Yeah, we're actually on carousel 6 and not 4. Because even if you say that to a couple people, there will be some people that overhear, and then maybe they can tell the rest of people. But everyone is just so self-interested. Like if I had that information, I would be like telling everyone that I recognized on the flight, or just like anyone around me, because like pretty much everyone around me was on the flight, and they were all like having headaches waiting for their stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it was very depressing when I finally got back here because I didn't enter my apartment until 2 a.m. And I remember my dad, my sister, and I leaving our hotel in Boston. We stepped out of the door at 2 p.m. So it took 12
Yikes.
whole hours to travel, even though the flight from Boston to here is, about 3 hours, maybe a little bit less. Um,
Jeez.
So it wasn't a great ending to the trip, but the trip was fun overall. Yeah. And then for New Year's we had Mo and Jerry and our friend Nick come over, and we watched a Ghibli movie. We played some Mario Kart and Mario Party. Mario Party was so fucking funny. We were just playing a bunch of the mini games, and Nick was either super hot or super cold on the games that he plays. He was never in between. He was either fire or ice at it. It was really fucking funny because it's like, take your pick. Is he going to be amazing or not at it?
Super cool.
Yep.
One or two. The V.
What?
What do you say, Jax?
1, 2, or the V.
3.
Unfortunate.
Why?
Because he's not 1 or 2. That means he's trash.
Oh, sad. Yeah, so winter break was good. We're back at work now. Um, the one obligatory thing I need to do during the first week is ask my kids what they did over break, and where did you travel, because I know a lot of my kids go and travel over break. Where do you think these high school kids travel with their families?
Italy.
Alaska.
Italy, Alaska. So we're all getting the vibe that they are like
We know
very
they're rich kids.
whimsical. Yeah, kind of. Try Antarctica.
I mean, a new place.
Why?
I'm not surprised.
It's a new place.
I was
man.
fucking muted. I'm so mad.
Why?
Antarctica fucking cup.
I went, huh? That was my reaction. I did, and I said another continent because I just knew it's like wherever the fuck it is, it ain't anywhere near here.
Yeah.
Fucking Antarctica.
I was like, how do you even? Because that's not like a thing that like you can just do. There's no like Antarctic tourism really. I mean, it does happen. Like obviously it does happen, but yeah, he said he took a flight to Argentina and then and then he flew to wherever in Antarctica he went. Sometimes you can just take a boat from South America to Antarctica. Or some people take Australia to Antarctica, but I was like, what in the world? Like that's freaking nuts, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah.
He-
Also, when Matt pointed out that they're rich kids, I just went, they pay for lunch with Apple Pay,
Yep.
and that's when I
Yep.
realized that
True.
was muted. I was like, fuck.
Yep. And he said that he took a plunge in the Antarctic like waters there, like a break in the ice.
Yee, dude.
It was like it's like an attraction they have. It's like monitored. You have like doctors there, and he's attached to a rope thing so they could pull him out if he tenses up. Like he said, it was totally safe, but his body did tense up. Like
Well, yeah. How cold is that water?
I mean, that water's got to be like 30, 40 degrees.
And plus, you have to consider how cold the air above it is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're going to feel shock like once you go in, but once you come out too, if it's windy, like you have like you've got to have like heated towels ready like as soon as you come out. Um
Uh-huh.
and when he spoke to me about that, I told him about this thing I had heard of that they do in like Norway or Sweden or one of those like high north European countries. It's called like the um, 300-degree club or the 300-degree uh, group or whatever it is. And essentially, you go into one of these like steam room, sauna, like hot rooms um, in the middle of fuck off nowhere, the tundra that they set up. And it's like 200 degrees in there. And then you immediately open the door and go out into the cold, and it's minus 100 degrees out there, and you're only in either of those places for like 30 seconds before you get like bundled up and stuff. But I guess they do it so you could say that you've experienced a 300-degree temperature difference.
Change. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know, I feel like that would fuck my shit up.
Yeah.
Going from one to the other, I'd be like, oh.
Getting
I mean,
cracking.
feel like that
it
would
fucks my
be
shit
like
up to go from the
experiencing
hot tub to the
G-forces.
pool. You know,
The
it
hot
fucks
tub
my
to
shit
the
up going
pool.
from the hot tub to the pool. Okay, I get out of the hot tub, I jump in the pool, I'm freezing. I couldn't even imagine.
Is your
Nah.
pool heated?
No,
No.
I mean sometimes a little bit of the water from the hot tub gets in the pool, but not much.
Yeah.
It's not enough to heat it up.
But like, you know, people experiencing certain like amounts of G-force or like sudden changes in altitude
Yeah.
can affect them. I can't imagine going from like having that big of a temperature change that quickly would not have you feeling like whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, you're cooking yourself and then you're freezing yourself.
Yeah, you're just like blanching it. You're blanching yourself. You stop the cooking process immediately.
Jeez.
So
Yes,
holidays are fun, but they are over.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Now I have to go to work.
Yeah.
Work,
fuck
work, work.
Mhm.
Speaking of work, Jax, tell us about your coworker.
My
Yeah.
coworker.
Yeah.
So this coworker, it's like from within the company that they transferred from the other position to the position it was before, and so he wanted to be, or he had changed job from material specialist to quality inspector.
Mm,
And material specialist is basically he would receive all the materials and like receive it into inventory and make sure it's the correct quantity and like part number, lot number, all that stuff. Make sure it's the correct product coming into the building. And then he's switching to become the quality engineer or quality inspector. So then he would inspect the product to make sure it fits all the specs and stuff. And so for some reason, I got told to train him for that position, even though there's like we have 2 or 3 quality inspectors already there. But I was told to train him,
are
so I
you
did.
are you more experienced than they are?
Yeah,
Oh, well, there you go.
but like I'm also a different position. But anyways, it's fine. Because it's fine. But so basically, when you're a quality engineer, quality inspector, you need to be able to read the drawings, the specs, basically, of what you just bought. And
Right.
like, so I'm just like trying, it's like kind of basic kind of drawing things with like, what does a radius mean? What symbol is it? What is a reference number? So reference is like, you don't have to actually measure it. It's just there to make sure your parts are kind of looking like the drawing. And then like, just all the minor terminologies of what the drawing is. And I would give him, I was training him for 2 weeks. This week was the second week. The first week, I gave him a small quiz to basically know what he knew about the drawings.
You were a
'Cause,
teacher.
yeah, basically. But like,
Poggers.
at first, tried to figure out what he
Now we
knew.
got 4 teachers in here.
He knew nothing. He knew nothing. I don't know how he got the position, but whatever. So I was like, okay, man, you got some work to do. So I set aside time, like an hour or so every day. It's like, all right, we're going to review what a radius is, how to measure a part, and then I'd have him measure a part for me and see if he did it right with like 3 different tools, like a micrometer, caliper, and um, a comparator, which is visual, using lights to look at the shadow of the part. And I did that. And like I would record what he knew and what he didn't know. So I could like ask him later on. And then he got like mad whenever he got a question wrong.
Mad at you or mad at himself?
I, I don't know. I think he was mad at me because like he would like clench his hand and like and this
Arthur.
man's this dude's like 40. Like he has a wife, kids,
Oh,
and
man.
stuff. And like I ask him questions and like, okay, you don't know what this is? Okay, I'll tell you. And then like next day I'd ask him what it was. Like quiz him on what he didn't know what it was yesterday. And if he got it wrong, I'd write it down. So I still have to figure out what he knows and what he's actually trying to learn. And I guess me writing it down and my way of training him was not enough, or he didn't like it. Because this morning, uh, like we have a group chat for like the quality department, and it's saying, so and so is no longer with us effective today.
Damn.
He has quit,
My God, he killed them.
and
Jackson, what did you do?
it's like I think it's because he saw me recording what he got wrong, and like I guess he didn't really like that.
I mean, to be honest,
What-
have thicker skin, get over yourself, to be honest. But
Mad-
still, Jackson, what did you
because-
do?
I have a
Jackson.
I have a 0-1. I have an 0-1
0 and
my
1.
training record.
Your KD ratio.
He's 0-1. Actually, if you think about it, you're 1-1. Because if he couldn't make it through your training, he probably wouldn't have made it on the job either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jackson
But
is,
yeah,
is
it's
the
just,
litmus test.
I mean, like, he needed to know like how to do some of the stuff. It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the
I
thing
mean,
is, if you don't know how to do the job, you're never going to be able to do the job well. So, I mean, I think he realized he was in the wrong place and just decided, hey, this ain't for me, which is
Yeah.
totally fair.
like he left like the whole company. He didn't go back to his other position. He just left the whole company.
Jesus.
Yikes.
That is fucking embarrassing. though.
That is kind of funny.
I might leave the whole company too. I'd be like, holy fuck, dude.
Like,
I'm just
because
fucking stupid. Fuck.
like they still had the other position open.
God, this
like his
24-year-old's
position
making me look
before.
like a dweeb, bro.
What if you just
mean-
like find him? He's like waiting tables at a restaurant, and you're one of the customers.
And you immediately like, oh yeah, what's in this food?
No.
What is it made of? What chemicals?
No. He has to be like, what's the radius of my cup?
Just immediately
No.
start popping over the questions. He's like, ah!
He might actually like
writing it, take out a notebook.
gargle your water and then spit it back in the cup.
he says, hey sir, we don't answer those types of questions here. You take out a little notebook. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
we
I
don't
see.
answer these types of questions.
Yeah.
Here.
I
Yeah,
see.
so that was the experience of today.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was today.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
fucking-
god.
That's fucking great.
What a
Because
great
This
day.
the last 2 weeks I was training him, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I
amazing.
feel like it was probably like, oh, I have a lot of like, I'm older, I have like life experience, and then just to get like fucked over by a younger dude that probably like really blew a hole in his ego.
I mean,
is
you got to
kinda
get over
fun.
yourself.
I know,
when it
I
comes
know.
to starting a new job. To be honest, it's like it doesn't
Mhm.
matter how old you are. I have
Yeah.
colleagues that are 60 in my job, and it's not like my job is like incredibly hard, but we all have respect for each other. If you're
Yeah.
in the position, it means you earned the right to be in that position. So there's no reason anybody should be like, "Oh, you're 24, youngster."
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
like, the fuck do you know? Bro,
Yeah.
that's me at my job with my new co-teacher, because apparently she was saying to one of the supervisors earlier how she's hoping she can teach me and one of my other coworkers, you know,
Mhm.
like the shit that you got to do as a teacher. And granted, okay, relax. I'm not doing the whole thing. It's one fucking thing. Relax. Don't fucking hit me with the fucking gifts already, dude. I've been talking for 30 seconds. Y'all fucking yapped for like half an hour
Love
about
you.
fucking holidays and shit.
Love you.
Fucking Jesus. Get the fucking clock out of here. Get this shit out of here, dude. Get out of here. Jesus fucking Christ. I said 30. Oh my fucking god.
Jack, did you actually write it or did you just copy
Just
it?
copy.
I fucking knew it.
Anyway, Jesus Christ. I lost my train of thought.
We
Uh,
did
I
it.
know generally what the fuck I was gonna. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, so granted, it's not like this woman has never been a teacher. As a teacher, she has much more experience than me or this coworker. However, at our school, me and this other teacher, have been here way longer. We've both been here for 10 months. This lady has been here for a month and a half. And she
That
says to
reminds me of
one of
the
the
Maze Runner.
supervisors, she's like, oh, I'm hoping to teach Rob and so, whatever. I don't remember how I was told she phrased it, but, teacher shit. And then I find out today that with like 1 to 2 hours of planning time every single day since she's, basically since she's been hired and since she started, has not recorded a single fucking observation in our evaluation program that we have for our kids for like physical development, social emotional development, academic general knowledge skills like literacy and mathematics and shit. She has not recorded a single solitary observation for a single child on a single metric, a single objective in a single fucking category. Nothing. And I just found this out today. And I'm like, my supervisor was telling me this, and she's like, this isn't necessarily your job and this isn't your fault because it's not necessarily your job. It's just something you can do. And I know you've had the training on it and I think you'd be good at it, which I agree. I do think I would be good at it and I want to do this stuff. And if they give me the time, you better fucking believe it would be done because I think it's interesting, frankly. But she tells me this. She's like, yeah, she hasn't put in a single thing. And I'm like, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean she hasn't put in a single thing? And it's like, this lady is fucking saying how she wants to teach us shit. Bitch, you haven't fucking put in a single fucking observation, a single fucking documentation in like a month and a half.
She's doing it
And
in her
this
head.
whole time, and then when asked about this,
Yeah,
she's
just remembering it, dude. She just knows it.
Get
no,
get on
I
her
can
level.
do that because I have a problem. ADHD is a problem. I have a problem, and even I would still be writing shit down. But the point is, it is like standard in the quote industry to do this shit progressively. Do some of it over time, because otherwise you're gonna have like 20 hours of work to do all at once when the deadlines come, because we have to do these like on like a quarterly basis. And when they asked her about it, she's like, yeah, nobody ever trained me on this. It's like, motherfucker, you've been here for a month and a half? And supposedly, I frankly don't fucking believe nobody fucking trained her on this, because she started like 3 or so weeks or whatever, 2 or 3 weeks before my original lead went on maternity leave. And they had a bunch of time to like sit down and work together like during planning. And I know my other lead and I'm like, there's no way you didn't show this woman our evaluation program. There's no way you didn't show it to her. There is absolutely no way you didn't show it to her. There's no way. And the fact, supposing nobody actually showed it to you in a month and a half, you never brought that up. Never said it.
No.
You never said to anybody, hey,
No one told her.
nobody told me about this. Like, nobody has explained this thing to me yet. Because you're supposed to fucking do it. Like, when they asked you about it, you didn't say, oh, I didn't even know this existed. You said nobody trained me on it. So you knew, supposing it's true that nobody trained you, you knew you were supposed to know what it is, and nobody trained you on it, and you didn't fucking say that to anybody? You didn't fucking tell anybody? You didn't ask anybody at all, ever, at any point in time? I find that really, you didn't even complain about it to somebody? Because let me tell you, this fucking lady complains to me all the goddamn time. Because, I mean, we're working in the same room for like, what, 6-7 hours every day? And this lady's out of her fucking mind, so she complains a lot about random bullshit. And she never ever fucking said to me, nobody trained me on the evaluation program. Cause you know what? I could have fucking trained her on it, cause I've been fucking trained on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
We love training. That's our favorite
What the fuck, bro?
pastimes.
What do you mean you've been here for a month and a half and nobody trained you on it and you never said shit? Ever. What? Like, The fuck? You're gonna teach me, dude? What the fuck, dude? Like, what are you gonna teach me? How to not do my job?
Had a Dougie.
How to be fucking out of my mind? Like, you were hired because they thought, like, this seems like someone who can jump in and do the job. Do the fucking job, bro. Like, how, like, because I cannot tell y'all how many times this fucking lady has complained to me about, like, shit that just happens to affect our schedules because we're short-staffed as fuck. And for her to complain to me that it cuts into her planning time or that she loses planning time as a result of whatever, you know, bullshit needs to be dealt with or things or people being out or whatever. The amount of time she's complained to me that it cuts into her planning time or that she's going to lose planning time. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing in your planning time, bro?
Not
And how are you going to
planning.
complain to me about your planning time when you're not fucking doing like one of the most fucking important things that you're supposed to do? Huh? What?
She didn't know she was supposed to do it.
It's like, hey, maybe use the planning time to go ask somebody to show you what the fuck it is that you don't know how to do. If you don't know how to do it, instead of every time you lose planning, that's kind of my planning. What the fuck are you doing in planning, man? You're not doing the most important time consuming thing that we do. You spend the whole fucking 2 hours every day printing out fucking like paper for practicing handwriting? I find that hard to fucking believe. Like, fuck me, man. Oh my god. And I know I said I'm not gonna get into it, and it's already been 10 minutes, and I'm really not getting into it because I could go for another fucking 30 minutes. All I'm gonna say to fucking cap this off is holy fucking shit. I didn't think it was possible that I could have a coworker, a co-teacher, somehow seem less like emotionally and mentally stable than one who is literally 8 months pregnant because I was working with my other lead while she was 8 months pregnant, and somehow she handled everything so much better than this lady has been doing, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, dude, what is happening? It's like you are not supposed to be the stressful part of my job, bro. You're supposed to commiserate with me and be stressed, but you are not supposed to be stressing me the fuck out. This is ridiculous.
You should not be the source of stress.
Yes, you should not be the source of my stress. You and I should just both look at each other, shake our heads, face palm, and then do our job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my fuck, bro. Quick, let's talk about something else before I keep trying to get into it. Dustin, okay. Matt, what is this Twitch rules changing? Is this
Oh,
more?
yeah. So, lots of Twitch rules around sexual content has been changing over the
Oh
past few
boy.
weeks.
Mm-hmm.
There's something
So-
else different now?
So yesterday they made another big change, but it has been changing rapidly recently. So after the recent change, so if y'all don't, to give some context, so people have been really abusing the leniency they have on clothing and the way you can present yourself on camera in the pools, hot tubs, and like beaches part of Twitch. And the reason that they're able to abuse it is because the rules state as long as there is a hot tub, beach, or pool present, there's like a very large leniency on the rules for how you can be dressed. So, people will just like buy a fucking kiddie pool that's like 2 feet big and just place it in the room with them. and then just be naked on stream. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like there was a girl, like I remember watching an Asmongold clip of him watching this. But Asmongold was watching a clip of this girl who was who had a little pool in the corner of her room, was in a bikini, in front of a mirror, like in front of a mirror that was behind her to show everybody her ass, standing on top of a board that was vibrating while holding a shake weight.
So stupid.
Yeah.
And you know it's all to promote OnlyFans, but they should just be stricter about it, you know? It's like it just needs to be they just need to just crack down and say, hey, you can't like be fucking naked on stream. I don't understand why they even have the pools, hot
Man.
tubs, and beaches like category. Just fucking get rid of it. Why is it
No.
even there?
Can Twitch just make the porn site already? So everyone
Exactly.
can move over?
Twitch
Please?
Hub.
It's
Yeah.
so funny because they like to be fair, the new CEO of Twitch, he's at least trying. Right? He's been going and making different policies for the past few weeks to try and do something, which is a lot more than the last CEO of Twitch did, which was fucking nothing for like the entirety of his term at Twitch.
Can I make
Money.
I'm gonna make a prediction here. The Twitch team is probably gonna be a Blizzard situation. This is my prediction. I don't like how bad it truly is. So
Mm.
You think? Oh, I disagree. I think that the team at Twitch, like the CEO, Dan Clancy, has done a absolutely amazing job being the CEO of Twitch. He's extremely interactive with the community. He's on other people's streams constantly talking about the state of Twitch, and they talk about changes and they talk about Twitch in general. And he's just been very open with the community, which has been really really cool to see. And he works with the streamers to make good changes. That's why they're enabling, cross streams where you can stream on other platforms as well as Twitch, even if you have,
Yeah, cross
you know,
stream.
don't
stuff like
cross the
that. And then,
streams.
he's
Yeah,
been making
cross
changes
stream.
that benefit the streamers more than benefit just Twitch, which is nice. And I'm not a streamer, but even I can see that it's been a bunch of pleasant changes recently for them.
What do you think we're doing right now?
Okay, I'm not the one streaming it. Okay, I'm here,
I'm
but I don't interact with
participating.
it that much.
We are a collective. We are a monolith.
We are a
We are a
monolith.
monolith.
We
Okay,
are a monolith.
I guess in
ready?
that sense I am a streamer. Wow, never knew. That's crazy.
Ready? We're gonna say it on.
Guess I should start my OnlyFans
on
now.
0. 3, 2, 1, 0. We are.
We are a
Monolith.
We are a
monolith.
monolith.
We
Wee.
But yeah, it's been a blast watching these Twitch changes because they were originally like, oh, you can't have like you can't do something like they apparently went real lenient on like AI art, and then people just started making the thumbnails of their streams just actually naked hentai anime girls
Yeah, I thought.
for a while,
Based.
which was just so funny until they changed the rules and made it so you can't do that, and now they're doing the shake weight rumble thing.
Let's get ready to rumble.
And then there was the meta where people were putting black bars over their nipples and
Oh my
their
God.
crotch.
Bro, every time, every single thing you said, I'm just like, yeah, that's fucking funny.
Oh, and then there was the meta where they would stand really, really close to the camera and have the camera be just above their their nipples. So you would just see their boobs. Like they literally naked person.
We're gonna be like 80 years old at a retirement home. Our grandkids are gonna show up and like, and they're gonna be like, I don't know, like 18 or something. They're gonna be like, Grandpa, do you remember the Twitch meta, the shake weight meta?
Yes,
Let
yes,
me
I
tell
do.
you something, son.
Sandy. Let me tell you something, Sammy. Did you hear about the rumble plate shake weight meta? It was wild.
It was. Oh, poor the hot tub streamer, titty streamer. Oh.
But no, like
Grandpa,
they're
you
actually
already told us about the rumble plate shake weight meta. I want to hear about the full
Rumbling,
frontal anime
rumbling.
nudity meta.
But yeah, no, this has been hilarious because this has all been like the last 2 weeks where this has happened.
I was confused when I saw because I looked at the thread and like we have Twitch fiasco like 2 weeks ago. What is he talking? And then there's more. They're not.
There's
done.
more, yeah. They cracked down this week though. They pretty much said, yeah, no explicit content anymore on streams.
Good.
Even
Start
no.
fucking hardware pans. Like
Now,
a
is it gonna
fucking,
work?
like, vacuum
Fucking
gun.
if they enforce it, yeah, but I doubt it. The girl who did the freaking like it's pretty much one girl is starting all of these metas and everybody just copies her because she finds a way around the rules every time. She did the too close to the camera thing. She did the rumble shake weight thing. She did I'm pretty sure she did the black bar thing too. And then everybody else just follows suit.
Trendsetter.
And she's been banned like 3 times.
Oh.
But it's just like, just ban her permanently.
But
Like,
money.
Money.
I mean, I guess they gotta show that they kind of care, right?
Sure.
But
Yeah,
it's
care
like
about money.
it's just it's been so funny.
It's been so funny.
Yep. But yeah, that's what's going on with Twitch right now. I can't wait to see them back out on this change in 2 days.
Yeah.
In better news, we have a new anime season. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Winter
Yeah.
2024 has begun.
Yay.
And we have watched, Rob and I have watched our first anime of the season, haven't we, Rob?
Yeah, we did. we watched the
Soldier.
Chain Soldier Mato Seino Slave, and oh
Slave.
boy, was that
Fucking wild.
20-some minute episode of anime.
Oh yeah, it was.
You wanna
That was
enlighten
wild.
us? Or do you not want
So
to?
we start off in school.
Porn.
Okay,
No.
we're in school, and so the main character, the first thing we learn about him is that he's not really special in any way, except he's really good at cleaning. Right?
Yeah,
like really, really good at cleaning.
Like housewife type
like
beat.
super housewife.
Cleaning, cooking, sewing. Literally the most stereotypical, like, traditional housewife, housekeeping skill type beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
That's all he's got.
That's all he got going for him. And then he gets taken into the Mato mishap.
The Mato mishap.
What
They
does that mean?
ingrained that in your fucking mind.
No.
They say it like 15 times. They're like, oh, the Mato mishap. So you've been brought into a Mato mishap? That's crazy. Man, sure hope we don't get into another Mato mishap. Hey, have you fought the Mato in the Mato mishap yet? Yeah, it's pretty much like that.
Oh, God.
And so pretty much it's just like a portal to some dimension where all these monsters are, all these CG terrible looking monsters, but it was so funny.
Of course it's CG, bad CG.
But so he gets brought in
bad.
and he's about to get killed, and then this girl comes in riding on one of the monsters while she's got a chain around its neck.
Kinky.
And she just starts beating up all the other monsters while complaining that her monster is too slow. And then her friends show up. And one of her friends is just OP as shit. Which me and Rob both realized immediately.
Yeah. Okay, so, alright, so for reference, most of these fucking, like, monsters are, like, think of, like, a bear in the sense it can be on 2 legs or 4 legs. It doesn't look like a bear. And they're fucking big. They're, I don't know, like 15 feet tall or something, right? And so she's riding on one of these 15-foot tall fucking beasts. And she is like riding this thing and, you know, getting it to beat the fuck out of all the other ones. One of her fucking homies who rolls up has the ability to just become giant. And when I say giant, I don't mean like the same size as the monsters, 15 feet tall. I mean like at least like 80 feet tall.
Like Mount Lady from
times,
My Hero Academia.
several
big.
times larger than the monsters. And I'm like, why is she not the commander? She's huge as fuck. She's like fucking
She's
kicking
throwing
rocks.
mountains.
Yeah, she's picking up boulders the
You're
size
throwing-
of small houses and throwing them like it's a slightly heavy medicine ball. And I'm like, why is she not the commander? She's fucking punting these dudes like they're like children-sized soccer balls. Why are you the commander? Because you
But anyway,
can use a
that's not
sword.
that's not where we're complaining, okay?
But
And we're not
no.
complaining because this show's fucking great, okay? Because our white-haired bitch
Oh,
wife
here we
who's got
go.
the chained monster saves our boy, our cleaning boy, and she's like, "Ah, this monster sucks. I gotta get a new monster." And so she's like protecting all of them. She puts up a barrier and she's like, "Boy, you're going to become my slave."
Well,
And
to
he
be fair,
goes-
she asked.
She did ask.
She
but
did
she's
Can
ask.
you
like,
become my slave?
Yeah, she asked. She's like, she's like, hey, you don't
"You
want to
wanna
die,
be my
yeah?
slave?"
He's like, fuck, no, I don't want to die. And she's like, you want to be my slave? And he's like,
"What?"
huh? And she's like, you want to fight them? And he's like, fuck it,
No.
we ball.
Yeah, and then she sticks her hand out, and this motherfucker goes full hog and just licks that shit.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yum.
she like fucking sticks her hand out to him. And you know, normal moment, he grabs her hand. No! He fucking just starts like sucking her finger. And then a chain appears around his neck and he fucking shapeshifts into one of these fucking CG monsters.
Yo, I'm like Animorph. Like what the
No,
fuck?
no, not like Animorph, no. But he transforms into one of these monsters. And then she starts riding him around, beating the fuck out of them.
Hey,
And
yo.
like the first comment she makes is like, he's fast as lightning. And me and Matt are watching this, and I'm like, this was written by a fucking 15-year-old on the internet. The beating you over the head details of talking shit about the first monster, saying, oh, it's so fucking slow. And the first fucking thing you say when you get on the new fucking house husband boy monster that he transformed by sucking your goddamn finger is, he's fast as lightning. Is like, this is so fucking corny, bro.
And we
I
haven't
could
even
throw
gotten
it
to
in the
the best
microwave
part,
and pop
Rob.
it. No, we haven't.
No, we
We
haven't. No, we
Is it
haven't.
not a manga first? Or like
Because
a...
guess what? Every time he does something good for her, she's
he get,
gotta
like-
give him a
Yeah.
reward.
Yeah, okay.
Yup.
I know what you guys are talking about. Okay.
Yup.
I've read this.
And
What?
she
How,
literally
wait,
has
wait.
There's
Are you
the
reading?
How have you gotten
Yeah.
this far into the conversation and not
Well,
realize that you've read this?
To be
because I'm trying to
fair,
figure out like everything.
I don't remember half the shit I've read or watched. So you know,
I
it's
feel like
understandable.
unless the manga only says it like 3 times, the 15 Mato mishaps that were
Would've given it
fucking
away.
said in the first episode, I think that should give it away. But anyway, yeah,
Here we go
anytime
with the best part.
anytime he does something that she wants, which, you know, is gonna be all the fucking time now, seeing as he is not only her, basically her fucking, like, maid, but he is also her fucking battle mount. She has to give him a, uh, suitable reward.
And she has no control
Yep.
over
Yeah.
herself in
I
giving
know
this
exactly what you're
reward.
talking about now.
It's like a binding pact of her ability. I still don't really understand what the fuck her ability actually, what? Did she even say what the fuck it actually was?
I'm pretty sure it just turns things into slaves.
Okay,
I'm
so
pretty
yeah,
sure
that's
she just
all.
chains people.
I guess that's her ability, is that like, her, she has the ability to fucking, like, control these monsters, and I guess apparently turn fucking people into them and control them. But yeah, that's really all her ability does. And then the other half of it is that her ability forces her to provide a, like, equal exchange, like, in terms of, like, intensity or
decides
level
it is.
reward. Yeah, she does not decide whether or not she gives the reward, and she does not decide what the reward is. All that happens, she decides what the goal is, and then once the goal is achieved, her
Shit
opinion be
happens.
damned.
So what ends up happening is she like they both get through the fight, which was the goal. They survived and they killed the monsters. And they won the fight. And he transforms back into a human, and she literally can't control herself and goes full on vice principal from fucking 100 girlfriends on his ass.
No.
Yeah, bro, fucking deep sea diving down his fucking throat.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
It was fucking great.
yeah, Matt and I were fucking, like, hollering about the fucking finger sucking, and we're like, what in the fuck? And then that happened, and we're both just like, yeah, yo, whoa, what the fuck?
I was sitting here like, Rob, are you sure this isn't etchy? And he's like, nah, bro, there was no tag. And then he like checks a couple sites and he's like, nah, this site says it's etchy.
Sounds a little more than
The first
etchy.
site I looked at, it had a singular tag. It was just harem. And then I looked at like 2 more sites. None of them said etchy. The, like, 4th site I looked at, it was like the 5th tag down. It was like harem, drama, action, romance, etchy. And I was like, oh yeah, here it is. And we're like 2/3 of the way through the episode. He's like, yeah, I fucking bet it is.
But yeah, it was fucking great. And I'm just sitting here like Rob, this is only gonna get better because you know he's not gonna die and all of her goals are going to be achieved. So I mean, these rewards are about to get real good. Like, just imagine what happens when she actually becomes supreme leader or whatever, and he
Bro,
helps
now
her
I
with that.
understand why I kept seeing news that there would be like an uncensored simulcast of this show.
Oh my god.
I was seeing that and I'm like, it like went in one ear out the other.
This is gonna be fucking wild. But
I
I
understand
thought it
why
was so
now.
funny. In other news, I did watch another show today. Actually, I watched 2 other shows today. I watched The Demon Prince of the Momochi House, which is okay. It's just some show it's some shoujo manga shit with hot dudes. I watched it. It was okay. It's about this girl who goes into a house that's like got demons in it or whatever, and there's a
Mm.
dude living there who has a demon living inside of him or something. And she protected him, but
Yep.
it's really it seems like slice of lifey a little bit for a shoujo manga. And
Yeah,
then I
I'm
watched
looking at
The
the
Wrong
thumbnail, I
Way,
understand.
The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. which is already probably my must-watch isekai.
Yeah, I was talked about that last time. I was like, that's the one I'm looking forward to.
I watched the first episode of this, and Rob, we're gonna watch it again later tonight because this is going to be funny.
I
I
may
just
watch
know
it
it.
with you.
Yep. This is going to be one of my favorites this season, I'm sure.
Bro, I'm really confused about this show just because to me the thumbnail looks like a fucking sports anime.
For the wrong way to use healing magic.
Yes.
Oh, because the dudes in the back.
Because you've got a bunch of dudes wearing yellow, a bunch of people wearing white. The way the whole fucking the whole image, like the whole composition of the image.
It does kind of look like
Ev-
he's like playing freaking basketball or something.
Everything I see, like if I don't, I'd have to blow the image up honestly to really be able to tell. Because when I look at it, all my brain says is I'm just like soccer
But yeah,
anime.
I have a feeling it's gonna be really funny. I'm excited.
But like if you look really carefully, there's a cat girl and there's a weird blue dog thing.
And they're holding swords.
I cannot see the swords. I cannot see the swords. I have it opened on Annie list. I cannot see the swords. I have to open the fucking image like big, like the size of a whole smartphone in a separate tab to actually be able to see a single sword in this picture. Because the guy holding the sword is wearing white, and the guy in front of him is wearing white, and the sword is parallel to the guy's arm. I cannot see it.
So far, that show is good, and a couple good sequels that I have started and am about to start. I did watch the first episode of the second season of Bottom Tier Character Tomozaki. I actually really liked the first season of that show. It's about this totally introverted nerd who plays Super Smash Bros. All day. And he's the best. He's the best player of Super Smash Bros. In Japan or something. And then just so happens that the second best player is one of the most popular girls at his school, and she can't accept that the best player is a freaking loser. So she's nah, bro, we are going to rehabilitate you into society, okay, bitch? And I'm gonna make you treat it like a game. It is so good.
All right, Matt. We're watching that too.
Okay, we can watch that. And but Tomozaki's a good show. And then I'm gonna be watching Classroom of the Elite season 3. Rob, I know you haven't watched season 2, but I plan on watching that with you as well, so we can get you caught up on that. Because season 2 of that show was fucking lit. And anybody else could join. I just say Rob because I watched literally everything with Rob last season. And we're up all night watching anime, pretty much.
True. We do our job.
We do watch everything. But yeah, another one I'm planning to watch, which I'm sure isn't going to be that great, is my instant death ability is overpowered. We're gonna be watching that one too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's this season, but have you seen the I'm pretty sure it's not this season. The fucking you're gonna remember the name, the fucking Duke of Death guy.
Duke of Death? Oh yeah.
The
Season
third
3 is gonna be
season?
coming out I think spring or summer this year.
Yeah. We gotta
That's
finish
gonna be
that
good
at
too.
some
We
point.
do have to finish that too.
And
That
honestly,
honestly one of the best CG shows I think I've ever watched.
the third season, the promo stuff I've seen, it looks different in like a good way.
Oh, awesome. I mean, I thought it looked great from the start. I think the sort of like pastel colors they use on the backgrounds in that show is absolutely amazing.
Oh, it might just be the thumbnail because I just clicked a little PV, but like here, I'll send it in the chat. Something about that thumbnail just looks less CG.
I still see the 3D like CG stuff in there, but I mean, the CG in this show is, like I mentioned, some of the best I've
Yeah,
ever seen.
it's very
It's
good.
extremely good. It's how you would expect future CG anime that come out to look. And if they did look like this, I could see this being a a good direction for art to go in anime. I think I'll always prefer the stuff we see in like One Piece and like Wano style animation, stuff like that, over 3D. But if this is where 3D goes, I
Mhm.
am more than happy
Also,
with,
I feel
the
like
Duke of Death.
the problem is bad 3D looks so much worse
Awful.
than bad 2D usually does.
Oh yeah,
Like
bad 3D is
the
awful.
worst 2D you usually see is not that bad. It's just that the best 2D is fucking phenomenal. And
Oh
then
yeah,
the worst 3D is like, oh my fucking god, bro. Were you
the
just
worst
like
3D is like unwatchable. Like, have you seen some of the
smashing your ass
monsters in
against the
Ari
keyboard on
Furuta?
Blender?
Jax, I know
Bro,
Oh
you
my
have.
god.
brother, we watched
Yeah.
I know what
Chain
you're talking about.
Soldier.
Yeah, bad.
Okay, Rob, you have no fucking idea. Okay, these two, Dustin and Jackson, they've watched Ari Furuta. They know. Okay, these looked awful. Like, these monsters, they looked like they were something just like their mouths didn't move. They moved like robots when they got hit.
Ugh.
It was awful. But the show overall was good, which kind of made up for it. But
Like, that
God,
would make
was
me mad. I'm
those
like, how
monsters
did you guys
bad?
fuck up on like half the show?
Yeah, it's just like the fight scenes like took away from it a good bit, but the show overall,
Mm,
like the plot of the show, I mean, I like myself a good revenge story that's not really revenge, where he just kind of does his own thing after getting betrayed. I love that stuff.
mm.
Um, so I'm partial to it, but that show is one of those that I think of when I think of really really bad CG.
Fair.
But yeah, anyway, I don't know what else is coming out recently. I know tomorrow is probably going to be one of our biggest days for anime this season because Saturdays are wild. We've got Shangri-La still continuing,
Oh, yeah.
Freerun still continuing. Uh, there's so many shows that are continuing into the season that we've still been watching from last season that it's just going to sort of combine with the stuff we'll be watching this season too.
Yeah. Freerun, Apothecary, we have
Apothecary,
Shangri-La. We have to catch up on Undead Unluck. That's
uh-huh.
continuing. Has anyone kept up with Undead Unluck?
No.
I'm a few
I
weeks behind.
haven't, but Ragnar Crimson's continuing too, right? And I need to catch
Got
up
a
Yes.
on
lot to
that
catch
too.
up on.
Ragnar Crimson, the Firefighter anime, Megumi no Daigo. The weird, yeah.
A lot of stuff is
Yeah.
continuing into next season, more than usual when it comes to shows
Mhm.
is continuing into this season, which balances out because there wasn't that much new stuff in this season that I was that interested in watching in the first place. But I'll be watching most of them anyway, at least an episode or two, like usual. But there wasn't like a whole bunch of new shows that just popped out besides like Solo Leveling for me. And now the wrong way to use healing magic is on that list for me too of new shows I'll be watching. And also Chained Soldier. You know I'm in on that white-haired bitch shit, Rob. You know it.
White-haired bitches,
That's what's up.
baby.
Hell yeah.
W.
And she got a chain, bro. Jeez.
So yes, sir.
Got me acting up.
Starting to get Matt's type.
Nah, I'm
Matt's
kidding.
type. Why am I being excluded?
Yeah, for real, bro.
He just said he's feeling some
Rob
way.
was talking. Rob was talking with me last night when we were watching this, and Rob was like, "Matt, are you good?" And I'm like, "Nah, bro. This show got me thinking about becoming a masochist after this show ends." And then he's like, "Bro, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "Don't lie. It's gonna be you too." And then we both just start dying.
Bro, you cannot beat a white-haired Dami mommy literally
Exactly.
chaining you and turning into a 15-foot fucking battle beast.
Hey, bro, as long as I get my reward, I remember him saying that. As long as I get my reward, I'm good, bro.
Bro, okay, the last thing to say about this fucking show is she tells him, she's like, I want to be the supreme commander, which is like the highest position in this like military force that fights the Mato fucking bullshit. She's like, it's my intention to become the supreme commander. And we didn't mention this, in this universe, only women have these special abilities, like to become 100 fucking feet tall, or to turn the monster shits into slaves, or one of the other girls that we meet can turn her arms into miniguns.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah,
Why
only
not?
only women can do that. Important to say, because our cleaning boy says, I'm gonna become a hero, and she's like, yeah, good, whatever. And
Yeah, good.
he thinks to himself, or later says to himself, he's like, as long as I get my reward from I don't fucking remember her name.
I don't remember her name either.
Isn't it like Kyoka?
It's
Something?
Kyoka, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. It's
yeah.
Kyoka or Kyoko.
Yeah, he's
or
like, as
something
long
like
as I
that.
get my reward from Miss Kyoka or Kyoko. Matt didn't say anything the first time, and I'm like, hollering. I'm like, bro, as long as I get my reward from Miss Kyoka. It's like, I'll be a hero as long as I get my reward. It's
Okay,
like, are
okay.
you really a
I
hero?
want
Do
to
y'all see
actually
my
kill
screen
both
right
of you.
now? Look at this.
No.
One uncensored.
Oh, great.
Let's go! Oh, here's the tag. There it is right there.
It's the fourth one. And also, I didn't look at this website. I don't know this website.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying I just found the tag. There it is. It's right there. But yeah. Oh, man, that's great. I love
Yeah,
this show.
that shit
Can't
was
wait to watch
funny
more.
as fuck to me. That he's
Oh,
like,
it's so funny.
I'll be a hero as long as I get my reward. It's like, are you really a hero if you're just doing it because you're horny?
Yes.
I feel like that makes it a lot less heroic.
Hey, bro, he's a hero in my book.
Yeah, man.
He's my hero. He's getting it in. That's what's up.
It's doing the hero's work.
Exactly. But yeah, let's move on, because even though we've got the new stuff, we also have the old stuff ending that we didn't really get to talk about, which is fall 2023, which was a banging anime season. Like, we had a lot of good shit come out this season. I gotta look back at it, because I know we watched a lot of stuff this season, Rob.
Yeah. Fuck, I need water from fucking yelling about this stupid fucking.
It was so good. It was so funny. But yeah, we had a bunch of good shows come out last season that we enjoyed. Some of them have ended.
We had a bunch of season 2s. We had Dead Mount Death Play season 2.
Yep.
We had Dr. Stone New World Part 2, which I guess
Rob and
that's
I
his third
finished Dead
season.
Mount Death Play, which that was a great show all the way through. Holy fuck. That show was so good. The end of that show was also just incredible. I'm hoping, I can't wait for the next season of that show. I know it's gonna get one with how popular it was, and I can't wait. Dr. Stone popped the fuck off in season 3 all the way through.
Facts.
That show was crazy for season 2. Or season 3, my bad. And then
JJK finished. JJK season 2.
JJK season 2. I actually haven't watched it yet. Now I'm
Very good.
Like, oh my god.
Matt, you are in for a treat.
Oh, I know. I'm so ready to binge it. I actually know nothing. I have stayed completely away from everything that's happened in JJK. I have no
That's
idea.
I envy you.
impressive.
Stand
That's
proud, Matt.
impressive. Bro. Fucking lobotomy Kaizen. God.
Your lobotomy as well. Lobotomy.
Of course.
Apothecary
I
Diaries
have to be.
has been a blast.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
show,
that show has been
instantly
so
went
good.
from like we had no idea, right?
Yeah,
I don't
we
think
went
I don't
into
think
it not
any of us knew.
not knowing shit. I don't think any of us were really like intending on watching it. Nobody like knew about it going into the season.
Yep.
And
Mao
Matt and I
instantly
were just
became,
doing our thing of like watch
Yep.
everything, watch everything, watch everything, watch everything. Oh, what's this?
And we saw that 4
Okay.
episodes came out in
Yeah.
like week 4 of the season. It was late. Like 4 episodes came out all at once.
Yeah.
Which is partway into the season. And Rob and I were just like, hey, let's watch it. And goddamn did Mao Mao become my favorite character last season.
I love her so much. Ugh.
Facts.
Like 100% my favorite character. I don't even think it's close, to be honest. She's become one of my favorite characters in anime altogether. In the one season I've seen her. Just I really don't know why I like her as much as I do, but it's just I think it's the mix between how funny she is mixed with how smart she is.
Mm-hmm. She's like clever, intelligent, but
And
like,
childish.
and like, yes, it's a great combination.
And it,
The
it
word
just
is, like,
makes for such a
cheeky.
great character. Well, it's like it kind of is childish though, because she'll go, it's like she will just be walking around and then she'll just like get the little cat ears and be like medicinal herbs, just fucking run into a field just randomly, or she'll
Yeah.
like walk into a room and just start fucking doing some weird dance, just like woo woo, just because she sees some freaking medicinal shit.
And then if you offer her sake or
Poison.
even poison, she's like,
Yeah. She's acclimated herself to so much fucking poison
yeah.
that
It's so
her
good.
job as a royal taste tester, everyone else is like, oh my god, like you eat poison you might die. She's just like, no, don't take the poison away, I was having fun.
I wanted to feel numb all the way down to my core.
Give it back, it was tingly, it was fun.
She actually sounds like an addict when she's talking about poison. Like she really does. She sits there and she goes, "Oh, I wish I could have had more of that poison. I can't wait for it to have paralyzed me." Some shit.
Nice.
But yeah, that show has been incredible. Absolute blast all the way through. 100 Girlfriends too. That show blew me out of the water. I had no idea what I was getting into with that show either.
Yeah.
That show, I was like, well, I mean, it's not that I had no idea because the name of it kind of gives it away, but it's like I was expecting it to be some, basic ass shit, to be honest. It wasn't at all. It was like the craziest harem show I think I've ever watched.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can agree, but
I don't
this
know, I
shit
feel
was
like
wild.
It is up there.
craziest harem is like there's so many ways I could define that.
That's true.
But I agree. I was surprised that there was actually a harem anime that I could enjoy at this point in
What
my
you did?
in my
You didn't
life.
enjoy Infinite Stratus when you
I've
were
never actually watched the whole thing.
really?
I just know what I know about it, and that's basically it.
I have to show you
And
IS abridged because
good.
goddamn is it awful.
But yeah,
I'll show you that after we finish.
the the show looks good. The character designs were interesting. The art style was interesting. The voice acting was fucking killer.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
carried
god.
the show 100%. The voice acting carried that show
I mean, doesn't
because
Carrie kind of imply that everything else was not good?
no, not at
Yeah,
all.
the
I'm just
voice
saying it was the
acting,
most
like,
stellar
yeah,
thing about it.
yeah, I agree. The voice acting stood out a lot. It was really, it was impressive.
And they had some wacky episodes. Like the
Some,
freaking zombie episode.
some, yeah.
Like what? And
Well,
bro, I'm
that,
sorry. It wasn't just me who felt bad for Shizuka for like the
my god.
entire show. Like this poor girl is just being abandoned left and right.
Mm-hmm. Yep, stranded on an island
Oh
Let's
god,
leave her in the
and
yeah.
room. Let's
stuck on a coat hanger.
Yep.
That was really cute, but also sad.
Yeah, they were always doing that girl dirty.
And she doesn't talk either. So she's just sitting there on the island go, "Help me, please. Pray, help me. Help me."
Literally fucking playing SOS off of a YouTube video on her phone.
Yo. Bro, it was so sad, but it was like I mean, she's adorable, but it was so sad.
So funny.
Um I watched A Returner's Magic Should Be Special, which is
Wasn't too bad.
one of it was so basic though. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it was basic.
It was
It
basic,
was
but it wasn't too bad.
it wasn't horrible. For a time travel show, it wasn't the worst. He's trying to change the future um by you know, making his friends stronger in the past. And it's the I think the problem that the show ran into was that it didn't explain why it was so important to train these two people specifically. You know,
Mm.
you know, Dustin. I don't know
It
if
didn't show the backstory of it.
they didn't like mention like they showed that bad things happened to them, but they never explained why it was so important that they were alive to till the end.
Oh.
Why these two people are so specifically important. Like Dustin, I don't think they ever explained it. I mean, you watched the
They-
show.
They
Did they?
don't, but I figured that like not necessarily for them, but in generally, like if he trains them in particularly, then like the others, like the guy that was like super butthurt about commoners and stuff would also get stronger. Like everybody would get stronger to
I
fight
guess that's true.
whatever they're fighting.
He's trying to make everybody stronger in their own way.
Yeah,
Overall, the show had a decent plot. I gotta say, for a time travel show,
it wasn't too bad.
it wasn't horrible. It was good.
Yeah.
I watched it all the way through. That says something. Um, but a show I didn't watch all the way through. Getting into I Want to See My Dad.
Oh,
We loved
yeah.
that show for a while.
Rip.
Then it got real sad real quick.
No, then we saw her dad and we didn't give a fuck anymore.
That's true. We thought the whole show was going to be her literally not being able to see her dad because of work.
But
Then we
Yeah.
stopped Kingdoms of Ruin.
Yup.
And then let's not even talk about Tier Moon Empire. Shangri-La Frontier we haven't talked about yet. That show's
That's
continuing
true.
into this season. Absolute banger of a show. Has a Honkai Star Rail reference in it. Was
Oh, yeah.
wild. That blew my mind. I was like,
that was funny.
because it's so recent. I wasn't expecting it to show up in an anime, like the same year it came out.
Yeah.
They had Mario in it too, but it's just like it was just really cool seeing like a game anime that seems to be made by gamers
For
that
gamers.
for gamers. Exactly. You got it. I mean, it's cringe as fuck, but it's so true. It's like when you have somebody who truly understands video games make a story, it's so much better of an experience
SAO.
imagining the game. SAO is a perfect example of a terrible game in real life. That would be horrible altogether. And it's not because it's a death game. It's just a fucking horrible game. It's just truly just awful. Log Horizon's another one that I think is great. It's another game I think could exist in the real world and people would love it. And that's why I love Log Horizon so much. And Shangri-La Frontier is giving me Log Horizon vibes without as much, politics as Log Horizon.
But I like politics.
I love politics. I like Log Horizon more than I like Shangri-La. But for Shangri-La is like what SAO could have been if Rick and
It wasn't
Kalahara
SAO.
knew about games.
Yeah, Shangri-La's
Exactly.
really good.
I like it.
Yeah.
Spy Family season 2, I've watched one episode.
Same.
You finished season 1.
I don't know. I had no motivation to watch Spy Family this season. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's really good. I kind of forgot.
Think one thing, at least for me, is that's a spoiler-proof experience for me. Not because I've read it, because like I can't conceive of any way you could spoil that show for me, and I care. Just because it's like, yeah, like there's a story, like a continuous story and things that happen, but I feel like you can only give me a meaningful spoiler to that show if you talk for like 20 minutes straight.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then
like,
you'd actually like
Not a challenge.
finally like have explained enough stuff
Yes.
that I'd be like, that's
yeah,
a
I mean,
spoiler.
I haven't read it at all, but like the best guess for what spoilers could be is that A, they find out about each other's like fucking abilities or jobs. B, fucking Lloyd and oh my god, Yor actually like love each other. Like there isn't like really much that could happen that you couldn't just figure out for yourself, So
And before.
yeah, I mean,
The
I
thing
don't.
is, the way Spy Family is, and I completely agree with you on that, Rob, is that it really there's no way to spoil Spy Family for
Yeah.
somebody, in a sense. It's one of those shows where all the aspects of what could happen are things that you know will eventually happen in this show. And it's really just a matter of how they get there. It's a gag show. It's a show that is just one of those. It's different every episode. There's no real continuous story in Spy Family for the most part. I mean, there is, but there isn't. It's like Detective Conan.
So
yes, he's been trying to turn himself into an adult again for the past 45 years. Has he done it yet? No, he fucking hasn't.
So quite a few of the episodes that from season 1 and 2 that have adapted the manga adapt like in between chapters, like chapter 45.5, things that like did happen but aren't like pertinent to the story. There are full episodes where it is just that. And I think the first episode of this season was one of those. So it didn't really feel like a first episode of a season, if that makes sense.
Was that the butt episode?
What's up?
Was that the shot in the butt episode?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, how did I not get hooked by a That was a funny episode.
It was.
That was a funny episode.
It was very entertaining, but it was one of those like in betweens.
The thing is, it's not that I wasn't entertained either. There was so much shit to watch last season. It just
Yeah,
wasn't on the
it's like
priority list
it's
for
like
me.
something I could watch some other time, you know.
Something we can watch with the boys.
With the boys. When we're
French
all in
York,
town
French
for
York, French York.
Miami.
Like
Yeah,
when
you
we
got-
were
You guys
at
are
the
gonna
last
have on some like
convention.
degenerate
Yeah.
white-haired bitches show, and then I'm gonna need to like go into the other room and like decompress with some Spy Family.
Yelling
We're
about
We're
French
French
York.
French
We're
Yor
gonna
though,
be
French
out-
Yor though.
We're gonna be out there on the couch watching Chained Soldier together, my
Oh,
friends.
God. Christ.
I
Yeah,
feel like
and
our
I'm gonna be yelling at
relationship
you
is
guys.
gonna like devolve or evolve so much. There's a
Evolve.
certain point where we're just gonna fucking all of us are gonna be together, just straight up watching hentai. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Dustin's
We're just
wishing.
gonna get degenerate so much.
I mean, we are the Degen Z podcast. I was degenerate way before we started
We are
this.
a monolith.
Yeah.
We are a model.
So he
I'll
and
just
the
turn the rest of you as bad as me, and we'll get there.
Wait, Dustin,
Okay.
didn't you and Jax watch High School DD together?
Yeah, we no, not we watched Monster Girl Doctor together
That.
in one night.
Nice.
I mean, the thing is,
what was it, like
if you're
3
gonna
a.m.?
watch, if you're gonna watch an ecchi anime with the boys, High School DD is actually probably better than Monster Girl Doctor, because it actually has it has a decent plot to that show. Set like good
Monster
enough.
Girl Doctor, I don't remember being that
Oh, it
horny
wasn't
of a
bad.
show.
It wasn't
It
bad.
wasn't bad.
And I called like one of the rubber jacks. I'm like, oh, it's probably like puberty or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It was.
I know it was.
Dustin's favorite thing to do in any show is call shit before it happens.
Oh my
To be
god.
fair, that is really fun.
I called like a twist in fate, like a whole fucking separate continuity before it happened.
Fate Zero, Fate UBW.
I called the UBW twist in Fate Stay Night.
All right,
Mm.
boys. Well,
Damn.
before this episode goes on for 3 hours, let's let Rob and Dave talk about their manga for this week.
Yay.
Okay.
We'll be back in 30 minutes.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
ahead and take off my headset.
mute
Message me when you're done.
I'm gonna mute
No,
myself. real quick.
we're not gonna
Sorry.
take that long because we only got to get through one volume.
Starting the timer.
Wow. Some of us.
I'm just gonna speak really
Oh,
slowly.
Matt, you just fucking triggered me with that gif. You don't even understand why. It's not even cause it's a timer. You guys, there's so much context. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna save it. I'm going to talk about it after we're done. Let's talk after we're done talking about the manga. Let's talk
Sure.
about other side, bro. But what's his name again?
Albert.
Nagabe. The mangaka's name is
Oh.
Nagabe. Fuck Nagabe, dude.
Fuck him, dude.
Stop making me sad. This is 2 volumes in a row that we're sad.
Like I'm
that goes against the rules.
I'm mad at you for like we were in the call last night and you were like I was in the middle of playing a game or something and you were like, Dave,
Yeah, get
read this chapter now. And I'm like, okay. And then I did. I'm like, Rob, fuck you. Like, my God, we just can't get anything.
We cannot have nice things.
We cannot have nice things. Like, it fucking starts out with like him literally ripping his heart out, getting his soul, like, and like we don't really see it happen. Like we see him like stab himself and like open his chest cavity and like it's assumed like what happens, but then like a few chapters later or like the next chapter, it actually shows like what actually transpired. Like he opened up his chest cavity and like pulled out like did he actually pull out his heart? Because it looked like it was just a bunch of blood and stuff.
Yeah, I think his soul was depicted as being like literally like fluid.
Yeah, fluid,
and he
blood.
Like scooped it out, like cupped in his hand
And like fed it
and
to
like poured it into her mouth.
Like, oh my god.
And it's like, it's
Nutritious?
not like
Nutritious?
fucking like graphic, but it was
No,
like,
it's just the thought of it. Like,
yeah, it was just like, fuck, man, no,
yeah, so she's
stop it.
like the curse is affecting her. She has a big black blotch on her chest. She feeds her
He
his
feeds
soul.
her.
He feeds her his soul, and then boop, she's in bed, seemingly recovered. The splotch is gone, the curse is gone, or at least the effects of it are gone. But he is he's alive, like he's there, but he doesn't recognize or remember anything.
Yeah.
And it's like,
He went from being
fuck.
he went from being one of the strange black children and like retaining his memories despite evidently having like previously been a human that was later cursed, which meant he shouldn't have memories. He should not be able to retain all that
Yeah.
information and retain such an intense like personality.
And now he's just one of the normal dudes.
Yeah, and now he's just like the other ones that eventually like that lose all the memories of their past life, their personality, and
Hmm.
eventually just like turn into a fucking tree.
And then they fucking take her. Bruh.
Yeah,
So she's being hunted down this entire time by the insiders that want to assumedly sacrifice her to rid them of the curse and all that. And teachers there, like they're together, teachers there, he could, stop them like he's been wanting to do this whole time, but he doesn't know shit. He doesn't recognize her. He doesn't know his own name, or at least what Shiva calls
yeah.
him.
He has no
So
no
he
more
just lets it
memories or
happen.
personality or feelings.
And Shiva's like, what the fuck, bro? And they take her away. And they throw her in like not a, it's kind of a prison cell.
Oh yeah. It's a like a dungeon type deal.
Dungeon, more of a dungeon, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the whole, we're gonna sacrifice you, you ready? And she's like, she says, I don't know.
Yeah, cuz
That threw me.
bro, no, cuz they asked her, the king of the insiders was going to kill her because they're like, "Oh, only our glorious king can, you know, ought to be the one to finally free the fucking world of this curse." Da 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 da. And he's fucking stood at this altar with a sword, and he says to her, he's like, "Do you have any last words? You know, it's the least I can do. It's the the only mercy I can give."
Yeah,
And
he said, is there anyone, do you have anyone you're
yeah,
leaving
a message
behind?
for anyone.
Oh,
And she's just like, "No, I
I
don't
have
have
no
anyone."
one. Oh my god.
And I'm like, "Fuck, dude. Fuck." And he's like, "Blah blah blah, you've accepted your fate, da, 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 blah 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 blah. You must be ready." And she's just like, "I don't know." And she's fucking like curled up crying. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Oh, motherfucker, if
And
I didn't
I'm
want to
curled
kill
up
you
crying.
already, you best believe I'm gonna kill you now."
Yeah.
And then the king has a heart attack.
And then
It
he
was
does.
awesome. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Bro, literally. But let me read my notes as I'm reading this. Chapter 36. I go from desperate to crying to flabbergasted. Chapter 37. This fucking guy, man. Chapter 37. I'm sad again. Chapter 38. My eyes stinging for real, for real. Chapter 39 had me mad, bro. The way they name dropped in that moment. They fucking said, like, oh, we've captured the girl from the other side. I'm like, no, this is not when you fucking say the name of the series.
Oh,
Fuck you.
They've said it before.
Probably, but, like, I didn't remember. And I was like, no. You don't make me sad and then do it. Fuck you. Fuck you. And then they did it again. They did it twice in chapter 39.
Yeah.
And then, bro, that dude in chapter 40
And there's some dude like
in the jailhouse,
Yeah.
or the dungeon, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's weird.
that was interesting.
Yeah, I want to know more about what's going on
But
with that.
one thing I wanted to ask you, literally the last panel of chapter 40,
Yep.
what's going on there? I can't tell.
I don't know. That's literally my last note. I'm like, what's going on?
So the last chapter of the volume ends with her deciding that she says, "Teacher, I've made up my mind. I want to be with you." So it seems like she's found some inspiration, some motivation after speaking with this hooded figure, and then it just cuts to Teacher. He's just wandering around in the snow in the forest, and we see like, or we read the onomatopoeia of him just like walking around, and then the last panel takes up an entire page, and it's just footprints in the snow going into the darkness of the woods, and you can like barely make out Teacher's like legs, I think, going into the forest, but I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what it
So,
is.
okay, so then it's literally just him going into the darkness, which, I'm taking to be a metaphor of him like accepting and going with the curse now.
Yeah. Am I crazy? Did it seem like the art style, the color palette got kind of different the last couple chapters of that volume?
How so?
I don't know. Maybe I've been fucking over analyzing and I'm tripping, but it seemed like all the insiders, their like shading and coloring was a lot more black than I feel like it normally was.
That's probably on purpose.
Yeah, like I don't know if I'm tripping and I'm like making shit up in my head, but I had thought I'd noticed when we had read earlier volumes that I was like, damn, like whenever they show the outside, all the shading is like really heavy black and it's mostly like using like negative space, and then the insiders were all shaded with like straight lines or cross hatching, and they were all like blindingly white, like changing your fucking monitor from dark mode to fucking light mode in the middle of the night type beat. And then the last two chapters of that volume, I'm like, y'all looking kind of dark though.
Yeah.
Y'all not like flashbanging me like normal. It's kind of weird.
I mean, a lot of this also took place in the dungeon where it is dark. So,
Didn't I feel like we were mostly seeing the insiders not in the dungeon.
well, I mean, you don't see the insiders in the dungeon, you see Shiva in the dungeon.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the insiders. I don't give a fuck about what Shiva
Oh, I thought
looks
you
like. Shiva
meant just
looks the
like
same.
on the inside.
No, I mean the people.
Oh, the people.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't really noticed that part.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm making shit up. I don't know.
I mean, it's whatever you make of it. If it's something that you notice and you feel like it's deliberate, my favorite thing is to just accept that it probably is deliberate and then try to figure out why the author would do something like that. I'm like bringing out my inner Miss Posner. Like analyze everything. Miss Posner was our high school AP Lang teacher, and she was very, very good at her job.
Oh, Other thing
Mm.
that I thought was interesting was they wanted the king to fucking kill this girl who, by the way, Shiva is not even 7 years old.
Yeah.
And apparently this king has never ever like actually like struck a person with a sword.
Oh yeah, he's a weak bitch.
Yeah. I mean, he's a
No,
king
they
of
called him.
like
They called
essentially
him a
like
weakling.
yeah, he is the king of essentially like a medieval or like pre-colonial European country.
Mm-hmm.
You're expected to be, you know, a at least decent,
Competent in battle.
yeah, battler or commander or, you know, fighter.
It
Has never struck a person with a sword.
it would have been one thing if he was a king that was mighty once, and now he's old and having heart attacks when he's about to kill children, and so now he's weak, but like he never struck anyone. Are you fucking kidding me?
My
And
man's
you're
fucking
about to
KD is 0-0, and you're gonna have him fucking notch his first mark on the board with a fucking little 6-year-old girl
like
who's who, when asked if she has a final message for anyone at all, says, "I don't have anyone." Like, I'm sorry, you gotta get the most sick, demented fucker you got walking around to do that. You cannot fucking call King Pussy and have him come do it.
king pussy.
I say King Pussy, I'm about to get a Vinland Saga tattoo in like 2 weeks for fucking Thorfinn being like, I
Based.
have no enemies. But the context of the story is that he's a pussy, so I'm calling him a pussy.
Yeah.
And it's like, you want him to fucking butcher this little girl. Y'all are fucking stupid.
So, in conclusion, King Pussy, uh, Shiva's wonderful. She has new hope, I suppose. My last thing I'll say or ask is what you think is gonna happen next with Shiva and with Teacher. You think Shiva's gonna successfully escape back to the outside?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
One thing that makes this show really hard to this manga really hard to like think of what's gonna happen is the cast of characters is so small.
Mm-hmm.
It
Normally
narrows
you would
down
be
your
like,
options a lot.
yeah,
Like,
normally you'd be like,
you
oh,
know,
they might meet up with this person and then
yeah,
do these things, but it's like, no,
exactly.
you can't.
It's like a normal show with like a sizable cast of characters or a normal series with a sizable cast of characters. Like you can think of a lot of different options of things that could happen. It's like it could be this, it could be that, it could be X, it could be Y, it could be Z. I'm like, the fuck is gonna happen? Like I
Yeah.
can be confident. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's gonna break out. Like she's gonna escape. Cause it's like, what the fuck else is gonna happen? Who is there? Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in this series is either like you've got the teacher, you've got Shiva, you've got a bunch of fucking insiders,
Oh, you've got the new hooded guy.
you've got this hooded person, you've got a bunch of dead fuckers,
Got a bunch of
and you've got a
trees.
bunch of random fucking cursed fuckers. Like that's what you've got. And then you've got the fucking light god or whatever the fuck they're called, and
Yeah.
the mother, the
Mother.
black mother, or whatever the fuck she was called.
I think it's just mother.
Yeah, the mother.
Um,
That's all you've got. And so
do you
here's my fucking theory based on
yeah.
nothing. My shot in the dark is she's gonna escape. I don't know how, I don't care how. She's gonna go to that fucking lake. You remember the lake?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna go to the lake, and some shit's gonna go down there, and somehow, Nagabe, I swear to fucking God, somehow we're gonna get a happy ending. I don't fucking know how. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna happen. All this is my fucking parlay. Is she is gonna go to that? Is she's gonna escape and she's gonna go to that lake and she's gonna fucking pull some shit.
One thing I can see happening is that because they said that when he gave her his soul, that he was empty, and I'm wondering if they know that he's like 100% empty, maybe there's some like residual soul still in there a little bit, because even if it's just a little bit, could be enough. Like if Shiva finds him, she does all these things to make him remember, make him remember how much he loves her, and all that could, reignite his soul. But that would also necessarily mean that she isn't completely rid of the curse and its effects. So
I got
that
one more
might,
idea.
yeah, so that might mean we go again with all this stuff.
Okay.
And then
What if she
hopefully,
crams the locket in the hole?
yeah, that locket is going to have some significance.
Yeah. So if we haven't ever mentioned it, we probably mentioned it the last time we talked about Totsukuni. Is teacher had this locket of him and, as far as we know, his wife and child from when, as far as we know, he was a human, named, what the fuck is it, Albert.
Albert.
And she still has that locket. She ended up, having it in her possession before she was um captured by the soldiers. She went to go find it. Um and words. Fuck. Yeah. Throughout all this process, she still has it. The weird hooded whoever the fuck in the dungeon snagged it for her when they took all her shit and then put her in whatever, ceremonial garb, and they were, just chucking her shit to the wayside. So through all this shit, she still has this locket. And I don't know, either separate or maybe both of those things, the first thing I said and this put together, she's gonna, find teacher with the fucking hole that he fucking gouged into his fucking chest, and she's gonna fucking cram the locket in there.
Mm, I could see that.
That's
Yeah.
that's my other parlay. She's just gonna fucking
All right.
circle block in the circle hole.
Yeah. Cool. Well, it was a depressing volume, but there is some shred of positivity toward the end of it, so I guess I'll give him that. Um, but yeah, good volume. Um, I'll just say it right now. I'm excited to read the next one, so we can make that one for next week also.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how many more chapters we have.
I think there's
We
like
have
50 or
maybe
60.
15. Yeah, 15 or 20 more chapters.
Yeah. But yeah, good volume. So Boyos, I don't know if you're still there. I see a couple of you are still muted, but we can start wrapping it up if you like.
Oh, let's do it.
All right.
All right. Do we want to? We're calling it.
Yeah,
Are we?
yeah, I just said.
Okay. I'm just really tired. All right. Well, that's
Really tired.
All right. Well, that's gonna be the episode for today. So, hope everyone enjoyed it. Episode 18 of the Degen Z podcast.
In
Catch us at
18, Jesus.
18. Catch us at around 10 p.m. EST on Friday night every week. Asterisk there. And yeah, my name is Dustin.
My name Jack.
My name Daveson.
My name Matson.
My name Robson.
That's goddamn right.
Have
Yeah,
a good
man.
We'll see
night.
y'all next week.
Thank you
See
for
y'all next-
watching, for listening.
Thank you. Have a wonderful week. Watch Champagne Soldier.
Oh, for record, your review was about 21 minutes long.
Yeah,
All right.
that's kind of what